claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jingyuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much...
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with
I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and let's move on to the next question. The reports suggest that Don Shu, the master of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used... But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the...
I personally met Don Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu, and she harbored deep hatred towards the hunt. So she spent years making preparations.
Revenge is also a form of the hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the...
Well, you should ask Don Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Don Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. That's one. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on.
I was there, fighting Fantilia alongside General Jingyuan, but she absorbed the power of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained an almost indestructible physical form.
So, a pawn of the destruction wanted a flesh and blood body to live in. Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me they're... However, the three questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the 10 Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Law Fu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities.
Just as I expected from Arsif, but unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Lawfu, there are people accusing you of neglect.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulty. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Luofu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divine.
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having...
That's Ventilion.
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Luofu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy.
What's in this plan, General Fei Xiao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubt. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling prison. No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the...
I'm okay with that.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests...
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General...
So, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Luofu's Shackling prison, since he is the broodlord of the board.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment...
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of...
And as for Hule, I'll send my lieutenants Zhao Chou and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport.
I'll call for a...
As you wish, General.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
The Shackling prison.
Danhong.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you. Exactly. Please come on in, dear guests.
Soundlinger.
What are you looking at?
The shackling prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hule back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself.
Guests, my name is Shui Yi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiaoqiu and Moza. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hule to the Yaoqing. We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hule, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the shackling prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of...
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of...
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hule since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hule. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest. The complex rules are there because of his
I apologize for any offense caused.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hule's visitation. Please make sure... And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hule.
Just swallow it already. Hule is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine... Your Honor...
What is it?
No. Never mind.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
Welcome, dear guests from the Express. Judge Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before. Glad to meet you again. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral...
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Shenzhou Loaf.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Danheng, please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please...
Please stay tuned. Freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar delve. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out. Ugh, what an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by... I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war dance. But throwing both the pirates and the cargo in jail? I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the Hall of Karma about these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technology. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to both. Well, business first. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Emergency! All wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own?
All will be swept
Something's
away by
wrong.
the wind.
The guards aren't responding.
Detecting damage.
Let's improvise. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Like fire until everything burns to ashes! Fight to live!
Nice like a good, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Still the same one.
Firefly takes sense in the seas of flame!
Some value.
Stay in step. Dreams do come true.
That's what you got.
Damage sustained.
Fight to live!
Shut down.
But how is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and...
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the Shackling prison can
A prison break.
And whoever delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the Shackling prison, and the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free...
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are... I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look. The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please do not do anything reckless. Inside the delve behind this door is the greatest enemy of the Foxians. According to custom, envoys from the Yao Qing visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hulei to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because...
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sin. Could you be the key to a cure for the General, Hulei?
And once again, the envoys of the Yao Qing will leave disappointed. However, I won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. You can call me.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level! Send reinforcements!
Nobody will hear you here. At the bottom of the shackling. Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it from here.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer! Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the shackling prison, we found soldiers available for us everywhere.
What more should
Some value, I suppose. Existence is unity.
take your positions. Dreams do come true. The mood is set. Let the show begin!
That's all you got?
It's better to make no move.
More seasoned. I'm honored by your presence. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
There's more to life than drawing breath.
In the mood for it?
I suggest you surrender now. Of course, I'll still kill you all. But I promise it'll be swift.
Nice, I can make friends. Indulge yourselves!
A little more heat. Stay in step. Let's improvise.
It's nothing.
It's just a tween on massage. How about letting the enemies more seasoned?
How presumptuous! Die now!
Leave if you can, Mosire. Since you're already here.
It's not time yet.
The mood is set. Let the show begin!
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
I got confidence.
You build the same wall. A little more heat.
Eternal.
Take your position. Dreams do come true.
In the mood for another beating? Nice, psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
More season.
Damage sustained.
Let's improvise.
That's what you got?
A little more heat.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before we leave?
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
Been a long time. Boy, welcome back.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt?
Oh, great Hule, nemesis of the Foxians, and the hunter of all beings. I mocked. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move?
My brothers and I will lock down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight... Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Yaoqing now. So I seized this opportunity.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my...
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives, if it means setting you...
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan.
Well then, my lord, we should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic...
My lord, will you seriously want to don the skin of a lowly beast?
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom. Once I get out, only the...
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my...
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Yaoqing. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around, and to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out! We've called for backup.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended.
Just a short time ago, the nether key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Shui and the Yao Qing messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation,
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
Indeed, but Borisin tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans, let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the
By decree of the Ten Lords, all prison breakers and intruders